Nissan Motor and Dina announced recently that field tests of Easy Ride, the self-driving taxi service they developed together, will begin next month in Japan. This means that Nissan and Dina now rank among Uber, Lyft, GM, and other companies pioneering self-driving taxi pilots, with the goal of launching commercially within the next few years. Dina is a Tokyo-headquartered online services company that is probably best known outside of Japan for a partnership with Nintendo that has produced mobile games like Fire Emblem Heroes. Its other services, however, encompass a wide range of verticals, including e-commerce, entertainment, healthcare, social networking, and automotive tech. 2 years ago, Dina launched its first production vehicle with French autonomous vehicle company Easy Mile, which are used to provide a driverless shuttle service called Robot Shuttle in Japanese cities. Nissan is one of several Japanese automakers that want to get self-driving vehicles on the road by the beginning of the next decade, motivated by the country's aging population, which needs more transportation options, and of course the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. The Prime Minister has said he wants self-driving vehicles to help with transportation during the Games and also to serve as a showcase for Japanese manufacturing and technological prowess. The government is currently in the process of drawing up laws meant to make testing and commercialization of autonomous vehicles more efficient. Nissan and Dina say they're planning to launch their full service of Easy Ride in the early 2020s after a limited rollout. And in this week's gaming news, it's my review of Ultrawings for the PlayStation VR. I held off on this game for quite a while because, well, quite frankly, the simplified graphics turned me off, and, I'm deathly afraid of heights. But after going through the training and playing a few hours, I have to say that they made a decent flight sim, and it's one of the more polished-feeling games on the PlayStation VR. You start out slow with a ultralight. It's a hang glider with a seat and engine, if you're not familiar, so you can fly it like a plane. Its controls are simple but accurate. Within a few seconds and a couple of switches, you're able to press the ignition button, start the vehicle, plunge the throttle to full, and take to the skies. Training is simple enough, and once done, you have access to the missions available in your office. Completing missions earns you money, which you can then use to buy other airfields and eventually other vehicles. The missions are simple in concept, but as you progress through the game, more and more real flying skills are needed to make it through. One mission has you flying through targets in a certain amount of time, and then directs you to make a landing to complete the task. Like a dartboard, going through the center of the targets nets you more points. Another mission has you collecting rings before time runs out. There's a delivery mission too, where you're tasked with landing on a target somewhere on the map. And again, just like a dartboard, the closer you touch down to the center of the target, well, the higher your score. My all-time favorite set of missions is the balloon pop. On the ultralight, you wield a dart gun pistol and shoot with your left hand while flying with your right. You're able to shoot 360 degrees around you while zooming around this awesome yet cartoony island setting. Eventually, you graduate to another island and another airfield where you are given a chance to earn money to purchase a jet-powered glider. The jet glider is a blast to fly. You have a fuel tank, and when you hit the fire button, it blasts off for about 30 seconds before shutting down, just like a space shuttle, and then it leaves you to glide on your own. Now, depending on the mission, you may have enough fuel to hit the engine button a few times before needing to land. Eventually, you get a stunt plane, and then a racer as you work your way through, owning all the airfields in the game. Ultrawings is a great game for the first couple of hours, then it does feel a bit repetitive, and just seems like there should be so much more. 4 planes and a few game modes makes for a wonderful VR experience, but I think it falls short of being called an actual game. A pro gamer could probably make it through in about 3 to 4 hours, but it may take longer for everyone else. I have 6 hours in now and still have not completed it, but the missions get quite difficult and you need some great flying skills to make it through. I seem to spend a lot of time retrying a level until I finally pass it. And believe me, you will get used to the sight of crashing over and over and over again, crashing into the ground, crashing into the trees, crashing into the water, and eventually somehow you finally pass the level. Listen, don't get me wrong, I am loving this game, but it does feel like there should be more creative game modes, player versus player races, and maybe even dogfights and much more. Maybe we will see some features added with future updates. If they were to recreate some of our favorite cities in their cartoony art style, I think that would make the game more entertaining as well. I have to put this in the experience category and will say that it's a game everyone should play at least once. I don't think it's something that everyone should own, though. Ultrawings gets a 3 out of 5 here on your weekly tech update. And happening in this week's What The? An Alexandria man faces a slew of charges after a police chase early Sunday morning that ended shortly after he was hit by his own vehicle. Yeah. Police say the odd turn of events began around 1 a.m. when 30-year-old Isaac C. Bonsu ignored an officer trying to pull him over for an equipment violation. Bonsu continued driving, turning left onto a highway, and apparently didn't go far, according to police. He allegedly made a left turn entering a Starbucks parking lot, then began heading north on a service road. He continued before bailing out of the vehicle. Bonsu's car, which was still moving at the time, then hit him as he tried to run around it. He tried to run away but was caught and arrested after a brief foot chase. Bonsu was charged with, get this, DWI, possession of marijuana, driving on a revoked license, hit and run, disregarding police signals, tint violation, and possession of an open container while operating a motor vehicle. And court records indicate this is not his first DWI charge, but his third, with previous convictions in 2012 and 2015. I'm guessing he's going to have a hard time getting his license back. Bonsu was not seriously injured. Thanks for watching your weekly tech update. If you have a story you think I should feature on the program, shoot me an email, djraymcneil@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook too, at Your Weekly Tech Update. And of course, you can now check out our podcast on iTunes Podcast. Till next time, I'm Ray McNeil. Good night, world.